Alright, look. Okay. Yeah. You see a nigga like me, don't waste no time. When they say they 2 cents, I don't pay no mind. Nobody steady looking at me like I ain't gon' shine. When I got kicked out, manifest the rings on my fingers. Bitch, I got a Thanos mind. Anything that I want, since I be making it mine. You can't relate to the grind, cause it be taking some time, but I'm back. I'm back, yeah. A nigga like me been gone for a minute, but I ain't finished yet. She gon' think I invented sex, and she probably seen 3 songs when I hit it. Get it? Trey songs. Why you listen to the rumors, girl? They wrong. She gon' probably swerve off, man, but it's her loss, like a 21 Savage in a Drake song. Because, look, I remember them days girls wouldn't fuck me. Hold on, yeah. Nowadays I can double click, no touch screen. Remember them days niggas ain't have manners? When they would pass some gas, I was broke. Well, that shit is history, my nigga. And this is the aftermath. I'm about to take in a class. Rich class, middle girl. It don't even matter if she shaking that ass, cause it's 2022. She only fuck with you if you making a bag and if you making it fast, but I be making her laugh. You know I gotta make her come first. She like how I'm making it last. And yeah, I was born in Chicago. Yeah, I'm a rapper. You can say I'm taking a chance, but nowadays Boston closer, man. God pick me like an army poster, I'm blessed. And I should probably watch what I say nowadays, cause the kids gon' probably quote it, man. I got kids doing projects on me. I live in mass, so I'm patriotic, but I'm living fast and I'm facing problems. So if you are too, then you not that lonely. Hold on, yeah. I heard they need motivation, yeah, I got that on me. Yeah, he pull a gun out, but he ain't pop that on me. I ain't have no father, cause my pops quit on me. But I'm still here and I be feeling alive. I don't want you near if I ain't feeling the vibe. I'm getting some bread, so I be getting the head, but I be getting some head, but I be still in the ride. Hold on. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. We gonna keep it going, but catch my little breath right quick.
Still going.
Rap Addict, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Chill Life all day, 508, we here.
Alright,
We here.
508.
Nichols College, you know what I mean? Rap Addicts, we in the building. Hold on.
Yeah.
I love my family and pray for my boys around me. I'm trying to stay focused and block out the noise around me, making my morals hobbies. I know you see it, now I'm putting checks away. I'm folding paper like origami. Yeah, nigga, I ain't talking no art. I can show you how to make music, boy, I feel like a Mozart. And she asking me if I want it, but I really want no parts. She like, boy, you gassing me. And I'm like, well, go fart. Nah, that was silly. But you know that I really gon' kill shows, yeah, with no practice in me. Niggas out here saying they ain't get rest, but really that mattresses. Niggas just laying down. If you sell O's to be okay, you should keep K's around. Get it? Nah, but have you ever rolled with it in the trunk? Well, I have before. I say that just to show that it isn't tough. Look, I'm trying to show the boys and girls of the ghetto. We all pull strings now. The world is Geppetto. You know what I'm saying? Pinocchio. Exactly. Yeah, my boy. Hey, listen. J.Perks, man, here with Rap Addict. Chill Life all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Something
Yes, sir.
like.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Rap Addict. Hope
Yes,
everyone's
sir.
doing good. We're here with well-established artist J.Perks out of Taunton, Massachusetts.
508,
How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm okay, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all in the sticks, but you know.
Oh yeah, we.
Very nice establishment. I feel like I'm on the news. How you doing?
How you been? How's life been?
Pretty good, man. Just racking up. You know what I'm saying? Christmas shopping. You know what I'm saying?
It's that season.
Exactly.
It's
You know
that
what I'm
season.
saying?
It's a nice season.
Yeah, exactly. You know
Always
what
a
I'm
good
saying?
season.
Yeah.
Like, if you're sad this season or like mad about something, like,
Nah, get up. It's a good season. This is
a good season.
Push it
Yeah.
to the side, whatever
put that,
it is.
Put that to the side. Just
Get back up.
live your life.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Just gearing up, ready to drop. I've been focused on filming lately. You know what I'm saying? So that's been a little bit occupying my time, and you know, other than
So
that.
you're touching multiple
no.
categories. You're not only an artist. You're
Of
also
course,
acting.
yeah, of course. You know, I'm a creative person in general, so you know, I got to spread my life out. You know what I mean? In the areas that I know I'm gifted in. So
When did you realize that you
doing.
were talented enough to start going down all these different streams, like avenues?
I say music was from the jump is in my DNA. You know, because I'm from Illinois, you know, Chicago, and my mother, she used to sing in the choir. You know what I'm saying? And I used to play an instrument. You know, I used to play trumpet. You know what I'm saying? So music. And that was since I was like 9, you know what I'm saying? So music is like really just in me, you know what I'm saying? My whole family do it. And as far as acting, man, I've had to act like shit my entire life, you know what I'm saying? You know, unfortunately, sometimes I didn't feel straight at home, you know what I'm saying? Just dealing with some family issues. So when I went to school, you know what I'm saying, I had to kind of flip that switch and be like, you know what? Like, that's in the past. Cool, I'm focused on here
Where
now.
was school?
Yeah.
Chicago. You did all like grad school in Chicago.
I did up to elementary school. So when I went up to, I came here like 3rd or 4th grade, you know what I'm saying? And then I ended up going back for my senior year of high school. You know, it's 'cause my mom thought I was acting up, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Mama Perks, you know what I'm saying? But Listen,
She
we
helped
didn't know.
too. She helped too.
Of course. But then I went there and I acted up more there in Chicago, so she sent me back here. You know what I'm saying? So I went to 3 high schools in my city. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
And
So
Life
what
of
does
J.Perks.
what does an average day look like for J.Perks?
To be honest with you, I plan my night out. I plan my day out the night before. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So a lot of phone calls, a lot of posting, whatever the F I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Because she just be
That's your shit.
yeah,
That's your shit.
she just be happening in my day-to-day life. Where if I had a GoPro, people would be like, "Wow."
A Netflix series. It's a Netflix
that's,
series.
That's ironic. Yeah, they'd be like, "How the fuck that?" You know. So
I said that shit a few times before. Like, if I had a camera on me for a while.
it's like only you get it.
Yeah.
It's like only you get it. You can't explain the shit to nobody. So I'm like, you have to just fucking see it. But other than that, phone calls. You know what I mean? Text people back, emails, and just preparing. Just always gearing up for something.
What about gym life? You
know what I mean?
Big in the gym?
Yeah, so I used to play. I've played every single sport in my life, so a lot of muscle memory. You know what I'm saying? I don't really be hitting the gym crazy, but I'm not out of shape because when I do hit the gym, when I do catch myself getting out of shape at all, that's
You're
when I
back.
be like,
You've been there before. You know
right,
the
and it's
feeling.
muscle memory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll hit the gym for a week and I'll be like, cool. But I eat right. I be eating kale. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the kales.
That's like 90% of working
ginger.
out, bro, is the diet. Like
Exactly.
Turmeric.
diet
all
is
of
how
it.
you look.
Exactly.
Working out is your weight is like, how
Drink
much you can
juice.
actually lift.
Yeah,
and
water.
how much strength you have. That's working out.
Yeah.
Diet's how you look, man. So, yeah.
What you put in your body, we will see you on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So what?
yeah.
This is you've been in this business for industry for about over half a decade now. So what are some things like looking back? What are some things you would have done differently?
Man, really just looking back
With
at
with what you know now.
exactly. At the start of it, I would do more marketing, you know what I'm saying? Because I was under the impression that, good music would sell itself, you know what I mean? And it did to a certain extent, but to reach that extra plateau was where I needed to actually spread it, globally. And I did on a few occasions, when I was starting out with nobody really assisting me. I did on a few occasions, that's how I got like the attention of like Wiz Khalifa, for example. I posted something on a blog or, pretty much worked with the blog site and they reposted it. I think it was Daily Rap Facts on Twitter. And they reposted that and, he ended up seeing it and was like, yo, I like this song. Posted on his Snapchat and that's how we, got connected, me and his people.
Word.
But, it's stuff like marketing, just to reach that extra plateau.
And we lived throughout the period of like when all social media started like going up, like Instagram and Facebook. I mean, Facebook was around, but like Instagram, like all the Twitter, like Snapchat, all that started getting big like right when we were like kids. Like we lived through it. Like if we would have took full advantage of it, like how we knew it would have turned out now back then,
Right.
definitely would have been different.
Right, and people would tell me at the beginning, they're like, man, you got the full package, just keep running, I heard it multiple times, but the thing was, it was like, cool, so I done solidified myself around here, cool, now I need to, and I was never focused on being the
Expand.
local, yeah, exactly,
Yeah, you need to expand for sure.
never focused on being the local cool guy, because that's short-lived, so I was always focusing, but there were ways to get there that I didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
So you talked about finding inspiration from other artists. Like, what is some of the inspiration that you've taken away?
I would say people that I kind of grew up listening to, the Lil Waynes, the Fabulouses, the J. Coles, people that I kind of grew up listening to, they just rapped their ass off, and I was just on.
They lived through some shit too.
Right.
Like everyone lives through something that eventually you start writing about or speaking about, talking
Right.
about, and they definitely they had some crazy lives.
Right. My life was like semi-crazy when I first started rapping, but, and I was just creative with the words and the punchlines and things like that. But as my life, progressed, I started seeing things like, damn, I can really rap about this because this is some crazy shit. So, I began to actually have real things that I could put in my lyrics that the world would relate to, I just wanted to be able to touch everybody with my music, a piece of everybody. 'Cause, we all go through the same things, for the majority of us.
And that's what you don't understand. You
Generally.
put something out, and literally the entire world can see it
Right.
within a few minutes or hours. So like, that's when you start expanding globally. Like
It can
you
just
said.
happen like that.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't know. Like if you're thinking about putting out music or anything, like just do it because
Yeah.
you don't know.
Right.
You really don't know.
Right. You
But
know?
yeah. So like, what kind of like creative differences have you run into in this industry? Like when
Right, didn't you
say
have-
you're going to do features, or didn't you there was
Have a
something you-
fallout or
Yeah, you had a fallout or something. Right?
misconception with
Like you've
someone
had
you're working
like
with.
what kind of like creative differences have you had that you feel like you could overcome like in your future? You know what I mean?
Let me see, creative differences. Well, yeah, I think what you're referring to, you might have read
Like
up.
like just dealing with the adversity of like the creative differences with people you're like working with.
Right. I would say it wasn't really a creative difference, but it kind of was. But at the beginning, I actually started off as a duo, and then we kind of fell out because just the beat selection was different, and then I wanted to go more ways with the music, and he kind of wasn't as pushy with the music. I was like, no, let's get this out there to the world. We got to hustle, hustle, hustle. And, he didn't have more of the grind. So, just little things like that. We would grind, people were talented, but it's mostly about what you actually do to get ahead. I was
Yeah.
focused on
I get
trying
that.
to get out there.
Acts like Young Wiz and Careless, you were able to work with producers like Southside and Metroboomin, and Metro just dropped one of the craziest albums of could be the year.
Yeah.
How was it working with them?
So, it's really funny because I had a producer who connected me with their beats. You know what I mean? So I had a producer out of Chicago, you know what I mean? And I hit him up and was like, hey man, I want to work with, artists. I want to work with producers such as Southside and Metro, and things like that, or, the Honorable C Notes and Young Chops, just, different producers with different sounds.
Because they definitely have the Atlanta, like, not Atlanta sound, but getting beats from other people in different areas, they give you that.
Right. I like when the beats bang and I can still talk some real stuff on them. You know what I mean? So it's entertaining and, informal. But anyway, so, so I worked with him, and I was like, hey, I want to work with these type of producers. And he was like, all right, you know what? Well, it's ironic because we actually kind of trade beats, kind of like artists work with each other in verses and things like that, So he was on some, man, listen, you know what? I got the green light, blah, blah, blah. I'll share these beats with you, no problem. And I'll just, hit him on the line. So, things like that are just due to connections. You know what I mean? And, I just got a few beats from him and I was like, yep, this one the hardest. I know what I can do with this. And, I just did my thing with Careless, Young Wiz, stuff like that. Got a few other beats a few other songs coming out with their beats, you know what I'm saying? So, shit like that, connections, you know what I mean?
Biggest thing,
Connections.
especially in this industry.
Right,
Connections.
because I had
Just getting out there.
no way to get in contact and get in touch with them. But
Because
it
you
was
never
through
know
that
who
pipeline.
you're going to run into again down the line.
Right,
You have no idea.
Like shout out my boy Solo, engineer out of Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? He from Florida, Atlanta. He's born in Wisconsin, but you know what I'm saying? He out of Atlanta right now, going crazy down there. He had linked me with Molly Raw, you know what I'm saying? And he be rocking with Uzi. He rocked up with Uzi at first, So he connected me with Molly Raw, and we dropped that song Gold, you know what I'm saying? And it's shit like that, we wouldn't have had that connection unless there was a pipeline. You know what I'm saying?
So like
yeah.
those
So
projects,
that's
and then
It's all network.
the newer one, Yin Yang, right? Yin Yang is more of like your side. You
Right.
got more full control of that.
Right.
So like the
That shit
music
was
video
like a
for that was
movie.
like a movie.
That shit was a movie.
So is that
Appreciate it.
that have to do with anything? Like there's not a certain style to every video that you're dropping.
No, like I said, I'm just a creative person, in general. So with that, I work with, shout out to Natalia, who's featured on the song, I actually worked with her on that. We kind of came up with the concept. We were on the phone for like almost an hour and, kind of just put together the storyline. And then we had the director add to it, and then it all came about, So something like that, shout out G.I.s and Debris who's in the video, Something like that, yeah, come off the top, whatever I feel the vibe is. That was an R&B song, so I had to get creative with it. You know what I'm saying?
And then
That was fire.
Thank
like
you.
when did you how did you start performing and everything? When did that start?
Man, I was really blessed with the opportunity to have, once again, relationships. Kind of adolescent friends, I guess you can say, that developed into what we're doing nowadays, So people such as, shout out J-Core, what I'm saying? People like that, basically. He was rocking with me from the beginning, and as soon as he kind of saw my progression, boom, and then he started doing his own thing as a promoter with shows and things like that. And he said, okay, you're doing your thing, I'm throwing shows, you want to be on my show.
Yeah.
Right, and so it worked out, like I said, I was blessed. It worked out because we were already connected, so it wasn't anything to establish. And, he threw me on a few of his shows, like...
this was early on.
Exactly. Like, for example, like Lil Baby, you know what I'm saying? Like when Baby was rapping, I had the connection from Chicago. Shout out DJ L, who's my producer. He was on some, oh man, you ain't never met Baby? You from Chicago? Man, you might.
Yeah, you got it.
We might as well rock with you. You know what I'm saying?
You perform in Chicago for that?
Nah, that was out here actually.
That was out here?
Yeah, he brought Baby out here. Yeah.
Word.
I linked with Baby a few times. Taunton, fucking Central nightclub. He had a show over there. Boston, a few times. Yeah.
What's the family think about all of this?
Man, the family see it something new, you know what I'm saying? So they definitely support it, and they definitely share my music. It's funny because I'm blessed to live in a different area, so when they hear my music, they're able to spread my music in a different area, so they spread it in Chicago, you know what I mean?
You're out here.
Exactly. So they spread it out there, they see me, they rooting for me, I help out whenever I get the chance or whenever I can, visit whenever I can, be visit frequently, I'm out there a few times.
Yeah, it's definitely good to touch back once in a while.
Right.
So you've been doing filming for, it was Madame Web and
Madam Web, yeah.
Madam Web.
Dakota
And
Johnson.
was
Met
it-
Adam Scott on
was it
set.
Any Day
Cool
Now
as fuck.
or what was the other one?
Yeah, Any
The
Day
show?
Now.
Is it-
Yeah, we just shot for this movie called Any Day Now. There's another movie called The Shade that I'll be in.
The Shade. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be in this, shout out Whitney Houston. I'll be in her biopic. I'm a
Hey.
fan in South Africa. You know what I'm saying?
So how does one get into all that?
It's funny. I acted in my music videos, and that's how I guess people kind of saw the progression and what I could do. Because I've always had the vision of transcending from music into acting and entertainment.
That's definitely something. Yeah,
Definitely a good
Right.
actor, bro. Like,
Thank you.
I could just
Appreciate
see
it.
it in your music video, like.
You know what I'm saying?
really good at what you do.
We outside. I'm get one.
Yeah, that's
Bow. That's awkward ass high five, but rap addicts we here.
Yeah.
But motherfucking so shit like my homeboy was in Detroit. Shout out Russell. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of shout outs, but shout out Russell. He was in the movie Detroit, and he saw me. He was like, man, that video you made with Fat Boy, you know what I'm saying? Like Careless, blah blah.
Yeah.
That's funny as hell. You might as well start doing this.
That's funny. Yeah,
You
you
know
were
what I'm
like
saying?
acting all like, what was it that you worked? That you were fanned out or something?
Yeah,
Giving
bro.
like $20.
Yeah, I ended up giving her a pair of Shacks at the
Yeah,
end. You know what I'm saying?
the animal.
I was like, man, I got the perfect shoes for your ass, man. Shacks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Fat Boys came a long way though.
Right. Make money.
Um,
Dang.
So, what is it like performing with artists like Fetty Wap, Cousin Stiz, and Millie's too, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Have I had a show with Millie's? Have I had a show with Millie's? We done link
I saw-
multiple times, but
I was gonna say I seen you like I think you like them before, but yeah, what is it just like performing with artists like that in general?
Man, Stiz, these people I've met multiple times, except for like WAP. I think WAP I met once or twice or just once.
Yeah.
But I ran into his people before I ran into him, so that's what I'm thinking of. But so shit like that, it's a cool experience because it's not just meeting someone and then performing. You know what? Let me say this: it's a better experience because the vibe is realer. You know what I'm saying? So like Stiz, I done had a few shows. We had one in Rhode Island. We had one in Connecticut.
So y'all done a couple shows.
You know what I mean? So the one we had this year in Plymouth, you know what I'm saying? We shut that bitch down because it was like, what's up? You ready to do your thing? Cool. Ready to do my thing. Bow.
Let's go to work.
Brought out my dancers. We was getting it in, you know what I'm saying? Pop locking and dropping. And then, you know what I'm saying? Rocking out with WAP. Man, we was in the club That shit was only supposed to really hold like 600 people, 650 or something like that.
Max the bitch out.
Yeah, we had like 800 in that bitch, and so we were
Word.
420. Yeah, we was turned the fuck
It was
up.
on 420.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit was
Yeah, it was a
boxed.
good time.
Smoke like
That
a
shit
bitch.
was boxed.
Smoking like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, now the vibe is real. You know, basically, it's because you guys get to come together and realize, you know, I'm on the come up and I'm trying to aspire to be in those positions. You know, but same time, it's like cool. Okay, this dude is on his way. Let's see what he's gonna do. You know, so. Good
So
feeling.
what's coming out next? What's next to look out for? I mean, the last album was what, Logical Trap?
Yeah, the last project I put
2019.
together. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Been a
So
little minute.
yeah, so the thing is with that is I had to kind of figure out how to market, you know, and you can't just drop projects nowadays because people get, you know, kind of bored,
Yeah.
you know.
Sure.
So or unless
There's too much.
exactly,
Everyone's like,
exactly.
everyone's just pushing out.
Right, you know, it's a lot of content, so you have to watch the way you did drop it. And so I would just try to outdo myself, you know. Anytime that I dropped a single, I would try 2 singles, different vibes with something, a special guest or something, you know. So I was just trying to outdo myself. But now, you know, now that kind of more established and kind of know how to move better, you know, now we're taking the time to actually market the correct way, build the proper buzz around the project, you know, and that's when we'll actually release, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do have things in the works, you know, definitely. Features in the vault. You know. I'm gonna give you one sneak peek. Shout out to Destiny Claymore, you know what I'm saying, out of Boston. She got nominated for the BMAs, you know, R&B
Word.
singer, yeah.
Congrats.
She's an actress as well. She was just in a movie with Ryan Gosling. I forgot the name of it. But yeah, she's an actress, R&B singer. And yeah, we got some heat, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Sorry.
So yeah, man.
But other than that, what's next? What's next for J.Perks?
Man, like I said, you'll be seeing me in a few movies, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, you will, man, we're working on dropping 2 songs. I'm just in a mix of picking which 2 songs to drop, but I think I know, you know. And now that it's a little different, you know, still doing it independently, but we know how to move now, you know.
All
so,
independent too.
Exactly, you know what
Entirely
I'm saying? So,
independent.
you know, you
So
might have heard
can
me
do
on,
this, like,
exactly.
anyone.
You know, different radio stations, different airwaves, you know, that's all due to connections, you know. You meet people, have a genuine liking of each other's crafts, you know, and, yeah, you just build from there, you know.
Yeah.
So, like, there's a lot of DJs to name, but, you know, like 94.5, shout out, you know, DJ Chubby Chub, you know what I'm saying, playing my records on 94.5, you know, E-Double, you know what I mean, shout out Pub Dog, you know, linked with Pup a few times, you know. So, yeah, 106.3, man, Rhode Island, you know what I'm saying? Dang, shout out Half Pint, you know what I'm saying? Shout out DJ Big Stress, you know?
The list keeps
So-
going.
Right, you know what I'm
The
saying?
list keeps going.
Yeah, what
Hey,
other
but we're coming up on exactly 1 year of interviews
Okay.
and running with all this. So
It
thank
was
you for
exactly
everyone that's
1
been
year
tuning
ago,
in
I think.
and supporting.
Yesterday? It was
Yeah.
1 year ago, what, yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
So thank you to
Oh, yeah.
everybody.
Thank
Definitely
you.
join along now.
Okay.
But pleasure to have you, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
Let them know where they can find you at.
Yeah.
Listen, Snapchat keep playing with me, so we're going to do that last, but we got deleted like 4 times. Man, sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Right. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, bow. Instagram, you know, I go by the name of J.Perks, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, J.Perks Difference on there, you know, J.Perks.
We'll have that link.
Different. Yeah, it's right here.
Make
So.
sure you get
It'll be
it
down there.
Bow. You know what I'm saying? Boom, J.Perks Different. Twitter, same thing, J.Perks Different. If you use Facebook, look me on there, J.Perks, you know what I'm saying? That's my name. Website, fuck it, chilllifejperks.com.
Chill Life
saying?
Management.
That's the
Brand.
name.
You know what I'm saying? Chill Life J.Perks, we here.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all.
We out.
We out.
Bow. J.Perks Rap Addicts, thank you very much.